Hi, I'm Ron Tremor, organizing pastor of Hope United. I first heard this story from Ron Buford, the former director of the God is Still Speaking campaign in the United Church of Christ. It's a story that has become a defining story of Hope United, grounded in such biblical stories as the prodigal son or the parable of the lost sheep. You see, there was this retired minister, and he was riding the train home from the city one day when this young man boarded the train and sat next to him. This young man, he didn't look very well. He was skinny and he was pale. He looked as he had been through more trouble in his short life than most would ever know. And he sat there, he was fidgety. He didn't seem like he seemed anxious. And ever so often he'd look out the train with a nervous look. Finally, the minister broke the silence and he asked in a friendly tone, "So where are you headed, son?" "Home," he managed to get out. "Oh, it's good to get home, I bet. I bet your folks are looking forward to seeing you." But the young man cut him off. "You don't understand, sir. I haven't been home for 3 years, and the last time I was there, they told me not to come back. When I left, things were pretty bad. In fact," he continued, "when I talked to my brother last week, he said, if Mom and Dad want me to come home, they're going to tie a white ribbon, a white rag on this tree by the tracks. You see, in a few miles, the train's going to go by their property, and there's this large oak tree that you can see from the property. If there's no white rag there, I just have to keep on riding the train and get off at a later stop." It was becoming obvious that this man was growing more and more uncomfortable as the train moved closer to his home. And finally, he turned to the older gentleman and he said, "Look, if you don't mind, could you look out the window for me? I just can't do it. It's coming up. I mean, it's just around the bend. It's on the left side. You can't miss it. Just tell me when it's all right to look." Well, the minister agreed. He was concerned for the boy. He wondered, what kind of signal would be left. And as the train turned the bend, the minister saw something extraordinary. Son, you can open your eyes now. You got to take a look at this." For outside that window, there was not just one white rag tied to the tree, but several hundred. Every branch, every limb, every bush had this white rag tied to it. There were white rags tied to the fence posts, white rags that were hung from the windows and the eaves and the doorknobs, all along the tracks, wherever his parents' property came into view. It was just as far as the eye could see, white rags. My friends, there are many people in Georgetown that are waiting to come home. They might not even realize it yet, who for whatever reason have been alienated or hurt or turned away, who need to know the kind of home that Jesus Christ can provide, a home where they are accepted for who they are, met without judgment or accusation or condemnation, but embraced with love, the kind of love that can transform your life and make you realize that you are a child of God. That's the kind of church God is calling me to build. Hope United, a community of faith that is open to all. Safe space so you can be who you are. Be overwhelmed by the warmth, the love, the grace of God, beckoning you to come home. A God who loves you and wants to be close to you, to be nurtured along the journey. Hope United, where the doors are always open and the hearts are warm with love. And when I say open, I mean open. Black or white, gay or straight, young or old, whether you're divorced or partnered or single, you will be affirmed and you will be loved with a kind of love that transforms, that transcends, and makes a difference in your life. Come home, my friends, to Hope United. We'll tie a white rag outside to let you know you're welcome. Amen.